Hello, the Conceptual IS welcomes all. As you know that this topic is about commodity fetishism. This is very unusual to discuss this in this century. Why? Because once Marx believed that product will not be or would not be respected, targeted or objectified about its intrinsic value. Why? Because Marx believed that any product has, any output has some effort, human effort, labor value. Therefore, Marx believed that product or output must be considered by consumer from the viewpoint of the effort of the labor or effort. But it is unusual today to discuss about, because every product in nowadays is being regarded from the value, from the point of view of its intrinsic value. Every consumer now value the product based on the service product will offer to the consumer, not because the human effort or production process involve human effort behind it. That is why it is unusual to discuss about commodity fetishism as a concept given by Marx, because there was a assumption behind this that product must be valued from the point of view of the human labor involved behind it. So now think in this way, other way. If you observe some product in market and you don't think it is that beautiful as you are, you may not demand for it. And a similar product you may find beautiful, you may find useful, so you may demand product B more, and you ignore product 1. Why? Because product A or first product not valued by you, because you do not find it worthy. But think in this different way. Human effort is involved in output, in production of both the product. But since you are not valuing first product A, therefore seller will offer cheaper rate, and product B, which is regarded by you too much, producer might ask you greater prices. But if you are paying high prices, do you think those paid value at any point of time would fetch the human effort? Whatever value you are paying will ever go to those laborers who are behind this. So if you are paying much to product B and paying less to product A, your consideration, your liking and disliking for the product never reaches to actual producer, who is human being, is labor. Because whatever you like or dislike, it is the outcome of human. So if you like and you want to pay more, it should ideally reach to that human, that labor is not going to be like. That's why Marx was very concerned about commodity fetishism. Commodity fetishism is the concept to describe the distorted social relationship that arise in capitalist production. Capitalist mode of production, every product is, if overpriced, profit goes to not actual producer, but the producer who are investor. Who is actual producer? Actual producer is labor, because labor has made it, but actual prices are not reaching to the labor, rather to the investor. So what is this fetishism? Fetishism is andhabhakti. Fetishism is blind faith on intrinsic value of the product by ignoring the human effort behind that. So this is an output of distorted social relations that arise capitalist production when commodities are fetishized. Fetishized, that is when they are attributed, because of what? Because of their, means you respect, value a product in the sense how that product is going to serve, not from the point of view of the labor of human effort. So you do not recognize the human labor who has actually created this. So the key concept about commodity fetishism, we need to discuss more about this concept of Karl Marx. Commodity 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 fetishism. Commodity fetishism is when a product is valued, because of its intrinsic value, its intrinsic value. Intrinsic value by obscuring or ignoring the actual human effort, or let's say labor. So this is leading to commodity fetishism. So commodity fetishism basically obscures social relationships. Key concept, it obscures social relations. Because now capitalist is more interested what consumer is liking. Therefore, capitalist will charge too much from the consumer, despite human labor might have involved every varieties of product, whether they are regarded by the market or not. Therefore, obscuring social relationship, because now commodity has become important. Commodities have become important, and human labor, their effort, not regarded by the capitalist nor by the consumers, right? So it is distorting social relationship, means it is distorting the relationship between the actual producer, means labor, and the consumer, because consumer is paying for the goodness of the product, for the utilities of the product. Who has created that utilities? Labor has created that utility, but you are paying to whom? Was invested, and not to the labor. That's why it is distorting actual and real social relationship. It is mystifying the value. Mystifying the value. How it is mystifying the value? Because you are valuing product based on its intrinsic value, not to the labor, not to the human effort. That's why it is hiding the true value, the labor's value. The labor's value is true value, not investor's value. That is why it is mystifying the value. You have been objectified, since consumer have been objectified, labor's effort have been objectified, and actual the soul of the labor, the creativity of the labor is ignored, and whatever you are paying, it is not leading to consumer, because the real value have been mystified. It is leading to alienation. It is leading Because, because even if a labor has produced a wonderful product output, the labor is not regarded, he is not appreciated by the consumer, because consumer is unaware about the actual producer. When human labor, human effort is not appreciated, creativity is going to be suppressed in the future, because creativity seeks appreciation, efforts seek appreciation, efforts appreciation, human true labor appreciation. But when labor is alienated from its output, product, its process and consumer, therefore the entire process has been alienated. Consumer builds relationship with the capitalist, not to the laborers, leading to alienation. So for example, a pair of shoes is seen as valuable object in itself, rather than the product of complex labor process involving raw material, machinery and human effort. Would you ever consider the human effort? Would you ever consider the process behind that? Or you will keep paying to the investors or capitalists? That's why initially I started my words that it is very unusual to discuss about commodity fetish this era, because every consumer is fetishized. They have become andhabhakt for the value of the intrinsic value of the output. So what are the implications of commodity fetishism? Implications. Implications of commodity fetishism. So first thing is consumerism is leading to consumerism. There is liking. Liking can be based on what? Marketing. For example, lots of absurd content is being observed by you, liked by you in the YouTube platform. But some true education is ignored. Why? Because the true education is not supported by marketing, promotion, branding. So if the right effort, just like our channel, we are providing most researched, pointed, important content in your preparation. But many times I observe that people are watching some channels are just involved in marketing, branding, and they know that by doing this they are never going to reach Labashna, but still they are keep doing that. So that is because consumerism. You do not know, you do not bother actual human labor involved behind those production process. In our case, we are producing education, so you have to understand from the point of view of the content matter, whether it is very important to you or it is general average, something not so important. So it is leading to consumerism because perceived value rather than the actual need. Perceived value is created by the marketing and equality. So it is leading to consumerism. It is leading to consumerism. What else? Inequality. Equality. How inequality? Because it can contribute to economic inequality, as the value of commodities is often divorced from the actual cost. Actual cost from where? Wages paid to labor. So if capitalist is not paying enough wages to the labor, you bother. So if human labor is producing wonderful product, the capitalist is going to be rich. Human labor is not. Means actual labor is not going to get benefit out of that. Only capitalists are going to be benefited from the human labor. That is why it is leading to equality. few more concepts involved in this. For example, false consciousness. False consciousness. False consciousness. Because by obscuring the social relationship of production, commodity fetishism can create a false consciousness. False consciousness among whom? Among consumers, because they have been prevented from the recognizing exploitative nature of the capitalist system. So some of the consumers may realize that this is a beautiful product, this is a worthy product produced by some creative men or women, but actual nature of capitalism is exploitative, means exploitation of labor behind that. But you talk in blossom way with the capitalist and regarded capitalist like he is the true producer. That's why you have a sense of false consciousness. You are totally unaware if tomorrow these capitalists are going to offer you some very cheap product in very high prices. And this is the true phenomenon of current market. That's why initially I said what I said. Fine. So in essence, commodity fetishism is a critical lens through which we can examine the social and economic consequences of the product. That's why Marx is relevant, because commodity fetishism is something which have been discussed by Marx, so it is unusual today. So in case of you want to get greater marks in sociology optional, like Karl scored, just watch. Sociology optional, where is this optional? Yes, in paper 1 171, in paper 2 158. So completely he scored 329, which is even more than many science optional. So if you want to get such wonderful marks in sociology optional, you have to be very clear with the conceptual understanding. For that you need to find conceptual IS, the conceptual IS for sociology optional. And see, this is the optional who have created most number of bureaucrats in past few years. For example, second rank of Animesh in 2023, second rank of Jagrati, second rank of Anukumari, third rank of Gamini, and fifth rank of Srishti, and many more top rankers are being produced by sociology optional. So if you want to join sociology optional, you can call on this number, WhatsApp on this. We have recent batches in both Hindi and English medium. Thank you so much. Do knock to us.